What's up? What's up? This your boy Fats. One day I come in from the yard, go up to my room real quick, get my little shower stuff, and I come back down to the day room, and I'm down there just sitting there just yapping with people before it's about to be locked down. So then that's when the guard was like, 15 minutes, the shower's gonna be closed. So I was like, shit, let me hurry and go take my little shower. So I just go home back, take my little shower real quick, come back out. And when I come back out, my roommate got the toilet paper on the door right there. I'm like, dang, man, he should be back there working. So I sit down for a minute, I'm saying, wait for him to do his thing or whatever. But shit, he ain't budging or whatever. He ain't taking the toilet paper off or nothing like that. So that's when the guards start coming in to where they can, shake the doors and stuff like that to make sure that they lock. So you got to be at your door. So they was like, everybody make sure that you're at their door. So then this dude named Reggie walked by me. He was like, shit, what Chop's doing? I was like, shit, I don't know, man, but shit, you need to hurry up, because shit, they about to lock us down. So I go up to the door right there. Police like, just go on in there. Because he already seen the thing on the door. He's like, just go on in there. So when I go in the room, I mean, Chop's right here looking at me, and I'm looking at him. He got his clothes on, like he ain't using the bathroom or nothing. Maybe he just got up for a second, but it didn't look like that for a minute. I was like, damn, man, what you up in there doing, man? He's like, shit, nothing, man, nothing. He was like, shit, let me go on back here and finish out my little work and stuff back here. So he goes back there because the porter, I mean, he's the laundry porter in the back to where they pass out all the laundry bags and stuff like that. So he had to go back there, get all that stuff together and stuff. So he was like, shit, he leave out. So when he leave out, I'm looking around the room because I'm like, shit, man, what the fuck was he doing? Because shit, it didn't make no sense. So I just sit back on the bed, wait till he come back in there, and then I'm gonna ask him a few motherfucking questions because I want to know what the fuck he was doing up in there. I'm looking around, like I said, I'm looking at all my stuff, making sure that it was cool, it ain't moved or anything like that. So he come back. As soon as he come back, I'm saying, I'm like, shit, hey man, hey Chops, man, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? You was doing something up there. What was you doing, man? He's like, man, Fast, man, I wasn't doing nothing, man. He said, man, I was just up in here, man, trying to do something, man. I was like, shit, man, what was you trying to do, man? Because he wasn't telling me. Cause I was like, man, he said, I was just trying to do something. I was like, man, what was you trying to do? Because you say you was trying to do something. What was you trying to do? Let me know. He was like, shit, man, I probably was just trying to do something kind of freaky or whatever. And I was like, oh, for real, man? You know what I'm saying? You just gonna bust that down on me like that? Because shit, it didn't look like that. So he was like, yeah, man, I was just trying to do something freaky or whatever. And I was like, shit, all right, man. So we just left it at that. I just left it at that. I wasn't going to bother him about it. Maybe he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to or whatever. But shit, eventually I'd have figured it out because shit ain't too many things that I can move around in my cell and stuff like that. So I'm going to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, if he moved something or if he took something or if he did something. So the next morning, I get up, go to breakfast, eat my little breakfast and stuff real quick. That's when Chops was like, shit, hey, Fat Smile. I was like, shit, what's up, man? He was like, shit, a little bit later, man, I probably need to holler at you about something. I was like, shit, what, that about what you did yesterday and stuff like that? He was like, nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I was like, shit, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? Now, Chops was cool, you know what I'm saying? He was light-skinned, you know what I'm saying? He had little braids and stuff like that. I mean, he wasn't a gang member, but he also hung around the Crips, so eventually he probably would have been a gang member. I don't know, but shit. I mean, Chops was, he was just rocking the boat on a lot of things. So I'm like, shit, we get back to the cell and stuff. I'm sitting up here talking to him before he go to work because, like I said, he's laundry porter down there. So I'm like, shit, man, what's up, man? He was like, shit, nothing, man. He was like, shit, me and Reggie, been hanging out and stuff. We've been trying to, do a little few things and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, for real, man? I said, what y'all been trying to do? He was like, shit, man, we just been trying to, put a little plan together. I mean, Reggie knows how to draw and stuff, so we was going to, see if we can try to get a little tattoo thing going on and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, for real, man? Y'all gonna do something like that? He was like, yeah, man. But shit, we need to get all the stuff to kind of get the tattoos and stuff. And I was like, shit, oh, y'all need a radio and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, man, we got to try to find somebody that's willing to do it. I said, shit, you might want to try to holler at the Mexicans or something like that, because shit, they kind of in on it, but shit, they might charge your arm and a leg for it, but shit, at least you'll get one or whatever. He was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, man, you might want to, just like I said, just go holler at them and see what you can come up with and stuff like that. He was like, all right, man. So the next day, everything is all cool and stuff. I ain't seeing him do no kind of crazy stuff or whatever. So that's when Reggie come up to the door. You know, he asked Chops to come out. So Chops and him come out. They sit on the little rail right there and they talking and stuff. I don't know what they talking about. I ain't ear hustle. I just sat on the bed. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my little one way. Stuff like that. So then that's when Chops come back up in there, and he's like, shit, man, he showed me some drawings and stuff, and I was like, oh, for real, man? He showed you that? So he's showing me, a few little drawings that they had, and I was like, shit, that's kind of tight. I was like, shit, maybe I can get one of them. And he was like, shit, yeah, you can, probably holler at Reggie. Reggie will put you in the game and stuff with some drawings and stuff like that. And I was like, shit, all right, man. So then they leave up out and they in the day room doing whatever they doing down there. I'm sitting up in the room just chilling and stuff. So then I get up and I'm looking out the little door, look right there, and I'm like, shit, damn. I step on out and look over the run and stuff. I'm looking at them two over there. I'm like, shit, man, look like they doing something else. I don't know what they was doing, but they was like they was passing stuff up under the table and stuff like that. Whatever they was doing, I don't know what they was doing, but that's what it looked like. Cause shit, both of their hands was under the table and they had their little books and stuff on top of the thing right there. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, nigga doing some quick ass shit. So I waited for him to come back up in the cell. And I'm like, shit, man, what's up, man? I was like, shit, man, I seen you downstairs, man, at the table down there, man. I ain't trying to be in your business or nothing like that, but shit, I seen you kind of passing something down there. He was like, oh, man, we was just passing some pens, some of that ink and stuff like that for the tattoos and stuff. And I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, man. I was like, all right, man. I'm just questioning him about everything now because shit, the way that he was moving at the first, when I first seen him and stuff, inmates ain't supposed to be moving like that. When you see somebody coming to see you, when you come in somebody's cell, your cell or whatever, and they just supposed to be doing something different and then they're not, you question it. From that day on, hey, shit, everything that you're doing, I'm going to kind of watch because, shit, I want to try to figure out, what's going on with you because, shit, whatever's going on with you, I need to know. I need to be informed on all that stuff. So we see he's like, man, that was just some ink and stuff. I was like, shit, all right, man. I just let it go. Said, fuck it, I ain't going to even worry about him, for real, though. So probably about a week went by. I'm sitting up in the cell. Somebody knock at the door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, who is it? He said, Malachi. So when he said that, I was like, shit, I don't know no Malachi. So we got to the door. I looked out. It was this white dude. He was pushing like the plumber's cart, So he was like, he's like, you Chops? And I was like, nah, I ain't Chops. I said, Chops down in the laundry room down there. And he was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, man, thanks, man. And he pushed on. So when Chops come back and stuff, I was like, hey man, some dude in Malachi came by. He was like, shit, man, I ain't worried about that dude, man. I was like, shit, what do he want, man? He's like, shit, nothing, man. He ain't want nothing. I was like, shit, all right, man. Now I know when them people like that, that's the Aaron Brotherhood. So I know them people that's them plumbers and stuff because they ought to do all the moving around the penitentiary and stuff like that. So I know that dude Malachi, was tied in some way with the Aaron Brotherhood. So when he came and knocked at the door like that. So I'm sitting up here just thinking, I'm already got it in my head that that's what they is. But I'm just waiting on him to kind of, let me inform me in on everything. So I'm like, damn, man, man, something ain't right, man. I'm just telling you, man. I'm just feeling it now, man. For real now, because shit, I got Reggie at the door all the time, whatever they doing down there. And then I got this other dude, now Malachi, coming up here knocking at the door. And my room ain't never been, no type of traffic like that, just other than people coming for the commissary or whatever. Normally, I just meet them in a day room or I bring it to them or something like that at this time. But yeah, I'm sitting up in here, looking at him, hoping that he can kind of say something or whatever, fill me in on something. But he just sitting there on the toilet, smoking this little cigarette with his head down and stuff like that. So I'm like, shit, man. I was like, man, Chops, you all right, man? He was like, yeah, man, I'm all right, man. I'm cool, man, I was like, shit, damn. I said, shit, you don't look like it, man. He's like, yeah, I'm straight, man. I'm cool, man. I was like, shit, damn. I was like, man, I'm in the way that he was looking, you can just tell that something was on his mind, kind of heavy. So, but shit, I ain't know what it was, cause shit, he ain't informed me on anything like that. So I'm kind of stuck in the dark on whatever's gonna happen to this man. So I'm sitting up here trying to figure him out, but shit, he ain't saying nothing or whatever. He just got his head down, just looking all crazy, smoking the cigarettes back to back and stuff like that. So I'm like, shit, damn. Just looking at him, I finally lay in my bed. I'm just like, shit, fuck it. I'm just too tired of, basically, tired of talking to him about all this stuff because shit, it ain't making no motherfucking sense. So I lay back on the bed, keep minding my business. I ain't worried about nothing about this man or whatever he's gonna do or whatever. I'm just sitting back, just chilling, you know what I'm saying? So then that's when he just jump up off the toilet real fast, run up to the door and look out the door. And I'm like, shit, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Why he looking out the door like that? It made me get up because shit, the way that he ran out the door, look out the door, I guess, whatever. So then that's when he went out in the day room and stuff right there. He sat on the thing for a second and stuff. And I finally got up and, just following him because shit, I already making sure that I was going to be on point with myself just in case somebody rolled in on me because you never know when a person started looking like that at any given time, it could go down. You could lose your life at any given second. So you always got to prepare yourself at any given moment. So I'm looking at him out the door right there, he's just looking down in the day room like he's just in the suspense or whatever. So that's when I seen that dude Reggie like call him down there, for a minute. So then he go downstairs. I sit back on the bed. He come back in there. He's like, shit, man, everything's gonna be all cool fast. I was like, what you mean? He was like, shit, man, them Crip dudes, man, they got my back and stuff. And I was like, oh, for real, man? I was like, man, what you need them dudes for, He was like, shit, just in case, you never know what can kind of happen around here, He said, I feel a little better now. I was like, oh, so it must be something deep that you did or whatever. But he still ain't telling me, what he did or whatever. So I'm like, shit, man, you got to let me inform me in on something. I said, man, because it's been almost 2 weeks now. You know, you've been moving around here doing what you've been doing, and you kind of spooked me. You know, and I'm trying to figure out. You know, what I'm saying, are we gonna be good sellers or are we gonna be bad sellers? Because shit, as of right now, I'm kind of questioning everything, your every move or what you're trying to do. And he was like, shit, man, I'm telling you, Fats, man, it ain't nothing, man, it ain't nothing. So then the next day, that's when that dude Malachi come back up there again, and he started asking me questions. He was like, "Hey, y'all been having anything up in the sales and stuff like that?" And I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Y'all been having any, you know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, what's your name?" And I was like, "Shit, they call me Fats." And he was like, "Shit, all right." So then he just left off. So I ain't know what the fuck he was talking about or whatever. So when he said that we be having any stuff up in here, made me kind of think. So that's when Chops come back up in there. He's like, shit. I'm like, hey, Chops, man. I said, man, that dude Malachi, man, came up in there and asked me did we have any stuff up in here. What you mean? What is he talking about? What is he talking about, man? Let me know, man. I said, man, cause shit, right now, shit, I'm really trying to figure everything out, you know. So that's when he was like, shit, hey, man. He was like, man, I found some meth back in the laundry room, back there in the laundry room, and now I ain't know whose it was. I just took it, so I was like, man, you took somebody's shit, you know what I'm saying? He was like, shit, I ain't know whose it was. I figured that they kind of left it back there for me or whatever. You know, I was like, shit, they left it back there for you. And he was like, shit, I mean, I was working back there. I figured that shit, whatever I find back there, it's gonna be mine. So I figured that they left it for me, you know. I was like, shit, damn, man, Chops, man. I said, man, you got yourself in some motherfucking shit. And he was like, shit, I ain't worried about it, you know, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, she's shit, I can take care of myself. I got my little people that's gonna kind of help me out. I was like, shit, man, whatever, man. You know, I said, man, shit, I said, shit, them people don't be playing no games when it comes to certain stuff, man. I said, shit, if you did run up on cross state stuff or whatever, did whatever they did, I mean, that's just really on you. And he was like, shit, damn, man. He was like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have took it or whatever. But he said, but I gave some to the Crips to where they said they gonna have my back in just in case something like that happened. I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, man. He said, but shit, I need to go to work though, man, and figure that out, you know. Later on, I was like, shit, all right, man. So when he left up out there, I was saying to myself, damn, man. I was like, shit, man, this motherfucker right here, man, really tripping, man. Because them ABs, they don't be playing when it comes to stuff like that. So, shit, probably about 2 days later, I'm up in my room, just chilling and stuff like that. That's when somebody came up to my room. They was like, shit, hey, Fats, man. I was like, shit, what's up, man? They was like, shit, man, your boy back there laid out in the shower back there, man, for real, man. They done whooped his ass back there really bad. And I was like, oh, for real, man? Damn, I was like, shit, damn. So I get up, you know what I'm saying, go out there. But by this time, the guards and all them stuff is moving on back there, you know what I'm saying, to where he was in the shower. So I couldn't see him. I just like seen on the stairs and looked straight back at the showers back there. But yeah, they guess they whooped his ass back there. I don't know what they actually did to him or whatever, because I ain't ever seen him after that. But yeah, when you do things like that and you think that people have your back in prison, they really don't have that. They really ain't got your back. So you really have to stay in your lane once you get up in there. Once you realize that, you know, that some people will put you in a trap or whatever, then you got to understand that this is not a game up in there. I mean, prison, you don't want to go to prison at all. You don't even want to be affiliate your name with the letter P when it comes to prison, because prison ain't the place to be at all. once you go to prison, you realize a lot of stuff. And like I said, you go through a lot of trials and tribulations with people. You see a lot of stuff that goes on up in there. I mean, a lot of that stuff, ain't really made for a lot of people. So when they do end up going to prison, they find themselves in situations where they could get their life took. But yeah, this is your boy Fats, and my best advice is stay up out of prison. I'm up out of here.